This is called summiting. I watched Free Solo like everyone else, that documentary about the guy who climbs El Capitan in Yellowstone without ropes. In that documentary, there's a lot of talk about summiting, which just means getting to the summit or making it to the top of the mountain. But this language of summiting ended up invading my speech. So when I went on a 2 mile hike to the top of a butte near where I live and went to the summit, I had technically summited somewhere. I was in our backyard soon after this talking to my wife. We were sitting on our back porch after dinner. I was saying things like, when we summited at the butte, we could see for miles. We could see the Kibbe Dome. Another thing I said was something like, summiting, even something small like that, it's great cardio. The point is, I kept talking about summiting, and actually I was feeling a slight twinge whenever I said it, like maybe I don't get to use that term for what I did. But I kept saying it. When you summit even a butte, even if it only takes you about 15 minutes to make it all the way up, it's still a feeling of accomplishment. These were the kinds of things I was saying. My wife was doing a fair impression of someone who was listening and who was also interested. And then I heard a throat clearing noise from my neighbor, whose yard is right next to mine because he's a neighbor. So I looked over. He waved. I waved back. He motioned to me to join him at the fence. I walked over. You know, he said, we do a little bit of mountain climbing, my wife and I. So I feel comfortable saying that climbing to the top of most buttes wouldn't be considered summiting. I swallowed hard. Oh, I said, yeah, I felt weird about saying that, but, it's a term that came to mind because we did go to the summit. He nodded. Mm-hmm. He said, that butte, would you say it's kind of like a big hill? I said, well, they call them buttes, not hills. I would say it's most like a butte. He licked his lips and said, on a continuum between mountains and hills, where would we place a butte? Closer to a mountain, closer to a hill. I mean, it's closer to a hill, I said, but it's not, strictly speaking, just a hill. He waved his hand in a please stop talking gesture. I stopped. I've summited a couple mountains, he said. A better term for what you did is walked up a hill. I nodded. He went on. It's like running a half marathon and then calling yourself a marathoner. Half marathoners don't get to do that. A half marathoner in conversation doesn't get to say, as a marathoner, or in the community of marathoners, of which I consider myself a part. They don't get to say that. That would be inappropriate for a half marathoner. Gotcha, I said. My agreement did not satisfy him. It's like if you wrote an essay about whatever you're into, not replacing your gutters or whatever it is you have experience with. With this, he gestured at my house. And then a friend, as a favor, put it up on his blog. And then you called yourself a published author. That's what this is like. Mm-hmm, I said. Saying that what you did was summiting is like eating a single slice of pizza and then saying, I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Saying, I can't believe I ate the whole thing is reserved for people who eat an entire pizza. That's a special group of people who get to say that. He had a supply of examples to describe the particular way in which I was wrong. He didn't seem ready to stop. So, I said, yeah, I nodded a lot more. My eyes stung and my face felt hot. Or it's like if your wife is pregnant and you say, we're pregnant. You're not collectively pregnant, your wife is. To be honest, this last example seemed a little thin. It seemed like he'd gotten his wires crossed and pulled material in from another, less related rant. I get it, I said. I tried not to cry as I backed away from the fence where we'd been talking. I'm going inside my house now, I said quickly. I wiped tears from my cheek and tottered past my wife on the back porch. She looked up at me and then down quickly. I went inside to the bathroom. I ran a hot bath and searched for the bubble bath stuff, but we were all out. I will play your guitar. Have me over. have a nice party and have me come to the party. I will play your guitar. Is that a guitar in the corner at the party? I will play it. Hey everyone, I play guitar. I won't say this out loud. My actions will make it obvious. Do you see me holding the guitar? It's because I play it. Is that a piano over there? Well, I don't play the piano, but I do know a chord on the piano keyboard. There, I played the chord. Do you think maybe I play the piano? I will leave you wondering about whether or not I play the piano, but the guitar, there will be no question. Everyone will know that the guitar has been played and that it has been played by me. No one seems to be talking about how well I play the guitar. I have a solution to this problem. I will play the guitar louder. People are looking at me. That is good. They should look at me. But it is like their faces are not adoring me. It's more like their faces are asking why I am playing the guitar so loud. Also, their mouths are asking me the same thing. I am strumming very loud. The host now at the nice party is asking me to stop. I stand and shout very loud, I play guitar. And then I have to leave the party. As I leave, I play the piano chord again. Maybe I play piano too? I am always surprised when no one worships me.